Sorry, everyone. I have to get serious. I was thinking about the times that Matt and I didn't really have any means of selling our merchandise or product. But finally, we wised up and started using Shopify. So be like us, upgrade your business, and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/super. It's all lowercase too. The super is all lowercase. That's shopify.com/super to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/super.
Congratulations, you won! Alert! 今天恢复你美丽的 Boston。
It's another episode of Super Mega Show, episode 82.
Oh, no, it's not.
49.
There you go.
I don't know where 82 came from.
I mean,
Where was it? Oh, I was thinking a truck sim. If this was a
Oh,
truck
you're
sim
right.
episode, it would be the 82nd one. No, we already have an 82nd one recorded. And
this would be 83 then.
yes.
But unfortunately for you guys, this is not episode 83 of the show. I know you're going to be very disappointed. It's only episode 49, which means the next episode is what?
50. So if you're a fan of the 49ers, probably big. This episode is a big one for you. If you're a fan of the number 50, which I know both Matt and I are,
50 Cent.
avid fans of the number 50. Yeah, 50 Cent, 50.
I'm trying to think of other things with 50, and I really can't. Nifty 50.
I just think 50 states.
There's 50 states. Yeah, that's very patriotic. There's 50 stars on the American flag. Also very patriotic.
Look at that. It's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
I guess like a domino when, just one leads into the other, which is, maybe that's just optics at that point, right?
Hey, at the end of the day, there's 50 states, 50 stars.
50 Cent.
The rapper. I think that's good. Good things come in threes. So,
Or as we like to say, good things come in 50s. 50s nuts.
hey, there you go. That's fucking perfect.
50s nuts in your mouth. Come on. Okay.
Yo, there you go. Yeah, probably should have saved that one for episode 50.
Or later in the episode.
Do you maybe want to? Never mind. I was going to say we should restart because that should be saved for episode 50. Because then when we get to episode 50, it's like we already blew our load in 49.
Well, how about this? I've been talking to our good buddy Ʞᴜ. Now, we love Ʞᴜ over here at the Super Mega Show. And I was thinking, he was talking with some of his buddies, and he might be able to get us J.D. Vance for episode 50.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, J.D. Vance. Entertainer, comedian. No, sorry, politician.
No?
J.D. Vance.
He is a comedian. His stand-up's hilarious.
That is true.
He gets up on stage and on that podium and just his tight five is fantastic.
Well, he doesn't really get up on the podium as much.
No. He's
As,
kind of in the background.
Yeah. I would say like the world's richest man had more time.
100%. He's the real VP. I kind of feel bad for JD Vance because like every photo or everything I see since the inauguration, he's just kind of like standing in the background. It's Musk and the president all happy, go lucky together in front of the camera, and then he's kind of just like, he just feels like he's kind of left out. I'm sure he feels left out, and it's kind of sad. I feel bad for the boy.
If only he had some outrageous thing to say. I mean, he does, but comparatively, he doesn't hold a candle to Elon Musk. Was that making sure we heard a beep from the computer?
That was probably Musk himself hacking into the computer, going, "Stop talking about me."
Musk knows how to get the headlines going.
Yeah,
what if I did a Sig Heil at the presidential nomination? It'll make the leftists so pissed.
And it did. It really fucking pissed us off.
Yeah. I think it was this is all I'll say about this. I asked, and you want to get some sort of bipartisan opinion. I asked, would you at least to a family member / typical Republican that I know, and I asked them, and they're not a fan of Trump, believe it or not, but I asked them, could you at least say that looks bad, the Sig Heil that Elon Musk,
were they saying it wasn't a Sig Heil?
No, they weren't saying anything. We were just kind of talking. I was like, can you at least just so I know I'm not crazy, because the internet likes to make you think you're crazy. Likes to gaslight you.
You're crazy.
Maybe it's not so much of a big deal. Maybe he is just autistic and he's just kind of he made an awkward hand gesture or something.
3 times.
Who knows, man?
Right.
The world is a crazy place. Things happen.
It's cray.
So I have my opinions that it was intentional, trolly. The kind of 12-year-old that Elon is. It kind of goes with his attitude. But I asked this family member, can you say it at least looks bad? And there was, oh yeah. And there's a lot of people also on the right that I've seen that are also you could at least just apologize for it.
Yeah.
But that's just where we are in the state of politics. It is really just grab the headline instead of. Well, I mean, I guess it's always been.
Ain't it been that way?
I guess it's always been distract and make money and get the little people fighting amongst themselves.
Because when the little people fight amongst themselves, the big people get to do whatever they want.
The little people can't collect themselves. You know?
And we're doing a fundraiser for little people next week to help them out. So tune into that. It's gonna be a live stream.
We're raising money for just stilts are expensive. Especially big metal ones, and we thought, I don't know.
I want to give them an equal chance.
Yeah, I asked if they had any, what is it? Not vibranium. What?
Unobtainium?
Unobtainium.
An avatar, that's what they're seeking.
What's Wolverine made out of?
Oh, is it a real metal?
I don't know.
Or is it a fictional element?
It's like a fictional... He's made out of
Clintonium.
What? How am I forgetting this? Hold on.
I love an Avatar. They're after unobtainium, which is it's the stupidest fucking. It does sound
adamantium.
Cool. Adamantium. I think that is real. Isn't it? Adamantium? Oh God, dude. I'm as a science head myself. I really hope I'm not dead wrong on this one, Chief.
I'm looking it up. I'm Googling it. No, adamantium is not real. It is a fictional man-made alloy in the Marvel Universe. The U.S. government has classified the exact chemical composition of adamantium. So it does, that the U.S. government has a classification for adamantium. Who's to say that, it's not? It may just not be in our world. Maybe on some meteor or some planet far away. That was not a stutter. I was intentional using so many fars.
It's very far away.
It's space. It's a grand place.
It's huge. It's massive. It's actually so massive that your brain can't even comprehend it. A lot of UFO guys.
I couldn't comprehend it.
You tried?
I tried. I just tried. I tried with all my might, and I just couldn't.
Can I try?
Yeah. It's like you get to a certain point, and then
I can't.
Yeah, right? Same as me.
I can only comprehend our solar system. But anything bigger than that, my brain is just boing.
Like when I start to think of the sun, it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
A big ball of fire.
A gigantic fucking glowing orb in the sky that we're not allowed to look at.
That's not fair. It's apparently so beautiful.
It's there all the time.
I can look at the moon.
Yeah. Why can't I look at the sun?
Why doesn't the government want us to look at the sun?
What are they hiding?
We need to start thinking about it. We need to start looking at the sun more, seeing what it's up to.
Yeah. Why are we not allowed to look at it? They tell us, don't look at the sun. Why?
I mean, ads, always, they show us the moon as like something you should look up into the sky. Oh,
It's romantic.
Baby, we're looking at the moon, even though we're miles apart. We're looking at the same moon, the same stars, that type of shit. But with the sun, I mean, they have the happy sun in Teletubbies. And when I draw a sun, typically it does have a big old smile.
But in real life, it's very, very different.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic, bright, glowing circle in the sky that they don't want you to look at.
Gives people disease. It burns
It does.
people.
It gives people cancer.
It kills people. Just honestly, it's insane that the sun kills people. Like when I'm thinking about it, the sun being so far away, it still kills people. It like burns them alive. Essentially, it makes them dehydrated.
Yeah.
They pass out due to exhaustion.
True. I've been burned by the sun. It's actually crazy now thinking back to like when I've had terrible sunburn all over my body, thinking like that fucking gigantic nuclear explosion in the sky did that to me. It's thousands of miles away. I don't know how far away it is. It's very, very far, and it still managed to fucking do that to me.
But what if the sun was blue or green? Would that be cool?
That would be really cool.
Will we have like would it be? Would you call it? We could have a green day. and maybe if it was blue, maybe everyone in the world would be a part of the Blue Man Group when the sun's out.
What if it was red?
It's a very aggressive color, and I think it promotes hostility, and I think I'd want to step away from that, especially when we're trying to host a fun podcast.
I didn't mean to sour the mood.
It's fine. It's fine. Is there like a?
You want to bring it back?
Yeah, bring it back with like a Family Guy with.
I'm sorry, man.
Maybe like a Roger gag you saw on TikTok recently. I don't know.
The mood was high. Okay, I'll bring it back. It
just makes me think of Red Hulk and the destruction that would cause.
Yeah.
If that was let loose onto this world, God forbid.
And red stars, I won't talk about them too much, but they do emit quite a lot of gamma rays.
Red gamma rays.
The worst type of gamma rays. Sorry. I have some news.
What is it that you're not surprised that Disney/Marvel is making light of red gamma rays in the newest Captain America movie?
Dude.
Okay, sorry. Just
move on. I'm sorry. I got us, on a bad track.
How I get.
I'm gonna put us back on the right track. Here we go. Huge news, massive news. Several episodes ago, or maybe it's way more than several, and I just have a horrible sense of time. We talked about an event that took place in our home state of South Carolina, and
monkeys.
That's right, monkeys. There were a bunch of monkeys
sitting in a bed.
They were jumping on the bed.
Okay.
One fell off and hit his head. Then there were less monkeys jumping on the bed.
They didn't learn their lesson though.
No. But the monkeys escaped from a laboratory in South Carolina, an experimental laboratory. They're doing all sorts of cruel and inhumane experiments on these beautiful little fellas.
Like doing their nails. It's like that's what you think of, like when they're experimenting for nail polish and stuff. It's like, instead of like like the actual like fucking torturous experiments and the chemicals that
they're really doing.
You just think they're just painting their nails, and the monkeys.
They're testing the apple green.
Do the monkeys like the apple green? Like, does this monkey get more pussy if he has apple green? Or more dick? I'm not going to judge the monkey.
They paint his nails. They send him into a room with a bunch of female monkeys, and they see what happens. They see if he gets more pussy. Because
I think he does.
They're marketing nail polish to men and saying, this will get you pussy.
Green apple?
This green apple nail polish, you put it on, you're going to get some puss.
I'm a bombardment of green apple flavor. It tastes like green apple, too. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this.
You can. Hey, but they actually... Wait, that's
gets the monkeys in trouble. When they start like, biting each other's fingers off. little fingies, or maybe they suck on their fingers.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe flavored isn't a good idea for the monkeys, but for you and me, that is a genius idea, and I don't want anyone stealing that. Nail polish, that when it dries, it's like a lollipop, and you can just, throughout the day, just lick it and get, kind of suck on it, get some flavor. And, like, it maintains on the nail, so, like, it doesn't go away when you lick it and suck it.
I'm picturing it now.
It's cool, right?
It's incredible.
That's a great idea. Like flavored nail polish. So throughout the day, you can be like sitting in a business meeting, just,
Someone's gonna steal that idea.
Don't. That is a Funny Brothers exclusive idea.
In fact, that person might be with, some would say, among us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Luke is who I'm referencing.
Yeah,
Luke,
that's who I was
the one who
thinking
edits
of.
the podcast.
I think there might be an imposter among us.
Go to ad reads. Go to ad reads.
Just cut it.
Sorry, everyone. I have to get serious. I was thinking about the times that Matt and I didn't really have any means of selling our merchandise or products, and we were out on the street trying to flag down people on the highway, coming out of restaurants and movie theaters. But finally, we wised up and started using Shopify. And thank goodness for that. It is such a better method of getting your products out there. It takes a lot of the heavy lifting off of a small business's shoulders. Thank goodness too, because Shopify just makes things so much easier. It's so many burdens are taken off of my shoulders thanks to Shopify. So be like us, upgrade your business, and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/super. It's all lowercase too. The super is all lowercase. That's shopify.com/super to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/super.
Welcome back.
Oh.
I know, it's some tears from the giggle fit you just had.
Welcome back, everyone. Or, I hope those ads were jolly and good. Unless you got to skip the ads, then good for you. You can feel better than others. Not saying you are, but you're allowed to feel that way.
I don't want to put any of our fans above any other fans.
It just so happens that, in a sense, there are people above other. In a sense, not like really, but kinda.
No, I agree. I fully agree. I think that the patrons are better people than the free listeners, but that's besides the fact. The monkeys, they escaped from the lab, and they had a hard time getting them back. So I thought that they had captured all of them long ago.
Because we didn't hear anything about it.
And I think even on a previous podcast episode, I might have accidentally made the false claim that all the monkeys were captured. I might have been spitting
lies,
deceit. I was bearing false witness, and I apologize for that because apparently there were still 4 monkeys that were, amok. That's not the right word, but they were
running amok,
running around.
Well, they were kind of they were up in a tree. Weren't they all just kind of like, get the fuck away from us?
Yeah, all of them were sitting in the trees and staring. I remember they said that. But these 4 monkeys that were still on the loose, they made a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
They did. The monkeys.
Not the monkeys.
Yeah.
That would be amazing if they did.
What are they doing up there with binoculars? And it's like they see them like fiddling with something, and all of a sudden out comes like a perfectly made, what the hell?
On a plate. It's like the crust is cut off.
They have like the little Muppets mugs with milk in it. Where the fuck did they get the milk?
Anyway, they captured the last 4 monkeys, and apparently they lured them in with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I wonder what kind of jelly they used. Grape? Strawberry?
Raspberry?
Mango? Pineapple jelly?
Ew, that's not very good. I wouldn't like ever turn it down if offered to me, but it wouldn't be my go-to choice if I was making a bagel.
Were those like when they ran out of peanut butter and jelly at the school? Were those shitty sandwiches? The ones that looked like they had snot in between them, were those like peanut butter and honey sandwiches?
I don't think I
Have you? It was on like just like white bread, and they usually were like given in just like very thin plastic see-through bags, and it would always have like the stuff smeared, and it was always like way so like too sweet for me, and I never really liked the flavor. But I think they just served like peanut butter and honey sometimes between two white pieces of bread,
which is good.
Just fine.
Peanut butter and honey is a delicious sandwich.
I wanted peanut butter and jelly.
Well, if you want a peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and honey is not going to hit the spot.
Especially with my carton of milk. Blue, by the way. Or red, depending. At least it had to be white milk. If it was choco milk.
What was the difference?
I remember probably like whole or 2%, 1% skim, or skim and 2% or some shit like that.
Kids don't know the difference. Why are they giving them all these choices?
I have no clue.
Just give them milk and chocolate. I remember there what, dude. When I was a little boy, there was strawberry milk you could get, and I feel like they like by the time I hit first grade, they stopped doing that.
Is your mouth not chalky after strawberry or chocolate milk?
No. After chalky milk,
some chalky, some strawberry milk.
Stop! Don't do that.
Okay.
No, it's not. Does it give you that feeling?
Yeah, with chocolate milk. I haven't had strawberry milk. I've stayed away from it because I know that it would be too strong.
You've never had it? Dude, strawberry milk's fantastic.
I get it, and it's probably like the same flavor as like I love the like wafer sandwiches that are like pink or
the crunchy ones.
Yeah, they're very flaky at the same time. They're very dainty. I love them. My aunt used to have them all the time.
The strawberry ones, it tastes just like that.
See, like, and that's fine, but I'd kind of only want that in that cracker. I don't want a big gulp of that flavor.
It's good. We got to get you to try strawberry milk one of these days.
Okay. It looks like Pepto.
I'll tell you something. I actually, as a kid, stopped drinking strawberry milk, kind of like my cheerwine thing. I've told you, my
like
cheerwine.
superstition.
Yeah, because every time I drank strawberry milk, someone would throw up, and I was terrified of throw up. Dude, I'm serious.
Probably because when you were drinking strawberry milk, you were a fucking like drooling infant. Like
I wasn't a drooling infant. I was a drooling elementary schooler.
But still, you were a child, so like kids are throwing up all the time in elementary school. I couldn't imagine like you're an adult today, like getting like First off, I don't know where you'd fucking get strawberry milk.
Actually, there's a Korean coffee shop that makes their own strawberry milk in Koreatown. That is fucking delicious.
Yeah, you're gonna go there every morning for some strawberry.
Not every morning,
milk.
but every time I go there, I do get the strawberry milk. It's called Sharp. It's really good if you're in LA.
With an E at the end?
No, just Sharp coffee. It hurts my mouth. It's very sharp. Just kidding. But every time I would drink strawberry milk, someone would throw up, like, in my life. So I kind of, being so scared to vomit as a young emetophobe, I stopped drinking it because I legitimately was scared if I had a sip, then like it would trigger some kind of butterfly effect, leading to somebody throwing up around me.
And you remember the kids who would drink chalky milk that threw up?
No one ever threw up when I would drink chalky milk.
Really?
No, it was just strawberry.
See, I remember being in elementary school. Kids were throwing up all the time.
Yeah, and dude, that was a nightmare for me. I would ask my mom every morning before school. I said, "Mom, is anyone going to throw up today?"
I mean, you'd always know because they'd have that sand over it in the hallway when the janitors clean up. You're like...
Dude, when I would see the yellow like wet floor sign and then the puddle of some icky stuff with the sawdust on it.
Yeah, the sawdust.
Dude, I legitimately like just bringing this up gave me a flash of anxiety because I remember like how it made me feel. I would see it in the hallway and. Dude, I am actually feeling an anxiety right now that I haven't felt in so long. I'm remembering this like.
Put yourself together. You're with good company. You're good. You're with good company. I mean, Luke's out there, and he's not
gonna throw up, right?
No, I mean he might hold you down and throw up on you as a joke. But
oh my god, dude! I had nightmares about that.
Dude, I can't remember. There's like movies that do it, but whenever it happens, I'm like, oh, poor person. When like someone like holds him down and the person just throws up blood on their like face and shit.
Oh yeah. There's a show, Your Honor. It's a good show. I suggest everyone watch it. But in the first episode, there's a character who has been fatally wounded, and another character is like over him, like kind of like not sure what to do, like CPR.
Is he like sucking his blood? Is it like a
No,
vampire
it's not sucking.
show?
There's no. It's not. There's no
Is it like
vampires.
the
in
judge,
the
the
show.
vampire?
No, Bryan Cranston doesn't play a vampire, but the character like spits blood like in his face.
Hold up, sounds like a vampire.
How does that sound like a vampire? He's injured.
He's spitting up blood.
He got hit by a car.
And some guy's holding over him. He probably just came from his neck.
No.
They probably haven't. It probably hasn't happened, and I'm just thinking too far ahead and spoiling it for you. But I'm telling you, it's the big twist is going to be he's a vampire.
I've seen the whole show twice.
Well, there's going to be another season, and it's going to be a vampire thing.
There's not going to be.
It's gonna blow your mind.
They're not making a third season because Bryan Cranston even said, like, where would the story go?
They're throwing people off like they did with. Okay, Andrew Garfield was like, "What are you talking about? I'm in the new Spider-Man," and then he turned out he was in the new Spider-Man. They're probably doing one of those, just trying to throw you off the trail.
Bryan Cranston as the judge ends up coming back as a vampire judge.
Yes, coming back.
Like for season 3. What? I'm talking the show returning for a third season.
Okay. I thought you meant like he's coming back as a vampire, like he died or something in the show.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not saying one way or the other.
Well, I think I'm very confident that I might have just spoiled the next season. That they're being very hush hush about, from what Matt says.
And now, see, you're saying this with a shit-eating grin, and when the executives at Netflix see you spoiling it with such smug arrogance, dude, they might go, okay, fuck him. We're suing him, and also him and his gay little friend are never getting a Netflix series.
Though they wouldn't dare make it a werewolf show instead, would they? That would be lame and stupid. That would be so lame. Like, out of spite, do you think they'd go from the vampire twist that they're setting up for?
They scrap it because you leaked it, like when Tarantino got his script leaked, so he's like, fine, I'm restarting the whole movie.
And he came all over the script and uploaded it and said, see, fine, try to read this, little shit fuckers.
Yeah,
which, you know, he's a very angry man.
It was odd, because I don't know how that was an own, you know?
I guess, it gets in the way of some of the lines.
It does, but he
doesn't have, like, a thick load.
No, not at all. It's very watery and kind of a little bit yellow, which means he's... Actually, that doesn't mean that anything's wrong with his semen. It's more so that the yellow is from urine that's left over in his urethra. So he's very dehydrated.
Okay.
But...
like dried urine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's traveling through the same tubes.
Oh, yeah,
So the same pipes. But werewolf show, I don't know. It wouldn't be as good as a vampire show. I could 100% see this happening. Netflix or some other streaming service making an original series of Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
They bring it back, and it's different actors, but it's like Twilight, and it has a different plot, and it's the show.
Well, shows I feel like work better for a book format almost. It's nice to have movie interpretations, and God love the Harry Potter film adaptations, because that's a whole other form of
I see what you're saying.
But
shows work better for telling the story that's in a book.
Yeah, just because, with movies, they do have a runtime, and you don't want to be sitting in a theater for 3 hours to make sure that they got everything in the book. That's why it's like good for a show. If they can dull that out, they can still add the detail that the books have, at the same time, I'm guessing as well these days shows are beginning to be more expensive if you go for like the new Harry Potter show, like HBO show that's being made. I can imagine
I forgot about that.
I can imagine the budget that's going to be poured into that.
Oh, each episode?
Yeah.
Tens of millions probably.
We'll see. I'm sure all going to the child actors.
Yes. I wonder if that's going to be any good. It's HBO, and HBO tends to not make total shit. HBO has made some real hits.
It's just like, it won't have the same effect, because I can't imagine, and maybe this is just me, and I'll have a they showed me moment, but I don't picture kids becoming nostalgic for things off of streaming from HBO, like watching a show at home. Like I remember showing up like as a kid to like one of my cousin's birthday parties to go see Chamber of Secrets. Like there's specific memories and like my childhood reaction of like fear in the theater with like all this scary shit and how loud it is. Like there's something very visceral about, I think, seeing those movies as a kid, growing up with them at the theater, that just like at TV binging just doesn't create.
I feel like kids these days won't have the same.
Oh, you're saying it.
I sound like an old man.
Hey,
kids these days. But I feel like they won't have the same like nostalgia looking back, because you're right, it is like an experience. And when you know, if you're 12 years old and you just binge the Harry Potter series on streaming in an afternoon
on your iPad.
Yeah, it's like you're laying there on the couch on your iPad
on TikTok, scrolling through
while you're like, you got your phone scrolling TikTok,
texting all your friends,
eating Cheez-Its. You know, it's like you're not going to get the same nostalgia as going to your friends and all of you guys going to the movie theater and, you know, the loud scary sounds, getting popcorn. And also back then it was a big deal because back then, you saw the movie in theaters, and you're not going to be able to see it again until months later when it comes out on VHS.
Like a whole year down the road, potentially, for some movies.
It took a long time, like, from theaters to VHS or DVD.
Because DVD used to be, I don't know if it's the same, and it might be still a big business, but for the longest time, I know that it's like, a lot of companies, it's like if a movie didn't do well in the theaters, who fucking cares? It could like still demolish with like DVDs and stuff, especially when they were popular. And you know, it's just like I remember there was a time where if a movie was popular, it would stay in theaters a lot longer, thus halting the ability to get that physical copy, because they'd stall the physical copy coming out, so you would go see it in theaters. Now they just throw it up on streaming. Like Wicked was up on streaming like 12 days after it was out or some shit like that.
Well, a lot of movies are on streaming the same day they're in theaters.
Which is fine for like movies that maybe, you know, that sometimes, you know, like the Emoji, well, I don't know, that's a theater experience.
No, that is a theater experience right there.
But like movies you typically maybe just wouldn't go to the theater to go see, you could do that. But I'm still always going to... Even though the theater experience today is mostly, you know, people talking and it's like aggravating for the most part and expensive, I still really cherish the theater going experience, the bass, the audio being surround sound,
and the lights go down.
Yeah, like it's very magical in that sense too. I have started to show up kind of in the middle of the previews now. The era of me wanting to see all the previews is over. It just, I don't want to be sitting in the theater for 30 minutes waiting for shit.
Back in the day, you know, before you had YouTube and stuff, the previews were actually all new to you. It's like you hadn't seen, you wanted to see the previews because you're like, ooh, what movies are coming out?
They're going to surprise me.
Yeah, you genuinely didn't know. But now it's like you can just see all the previews online, and if really cool movies coming out, you've already heard about it on Twitter. Sorry, X.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Twitter. So it's just the theaters. It really feels like commercials instead of like this fun trailer experience.
And I went to the City Walk. They have an IMAX theater there. That is...
Sorry, I was thinking of in South Park, the Chinese restaurant's called City Walk.
No,
and
I
was like,
as in a Universal City Walk, WALK.
Okay.
For the viewers who might still be confused and are thinking like, Matt, like walk? What do you mean?
South Park.
Because you got them on that thought
Chinese
process.
restaurant,
like walking. You know, City Walk.
City Walk.
At Universal Studios. It's just like the area before the park. It's like where a bunch of shops and restaurants.
It's got Bubba Gump Shrimp.
It does, and not Senior Frogs. What is the place? The Margaritaville. Yes,
yeah,
beautiful. Where was I going? We were talking.
You were at City Walk.
Oh yeah, I was at City Walk, and went to go see Nosferatu in IMAX because I wanted to get that audio experience.
I didn't know there was an IMAX there.
Well, I wouldn't go to City Walk's IMAX because it is the most cramped. The space, and this isn't a joke, in between, like, sometimes you have to, like, squeeze a little to get to your seat. This was insane. Like, the floor had, between people's shoes and the space you had, there was that much. So the backs of, regardless whether they liked it or you liked it or not, half of your foot is going to be going over other people's shoes. Like, it's very cramped in there. It's, like, so tight. It almost feels like, even though there's no way this is the case, it feels like a theater back from, like, the late 1800s or early 1900s when like people were smaller or some shit. I don't know what it is. Like maybe like people were slightly smaller, so it's like more cramped. But it is uncomfortably cramped in there.
I'm not going then.
No,
that won't work for me. I'm a movie pisser.
Yeah,
I have to get up several times throughout the theater experience, unfortunately.
You would not be able to, it would be.
Well,
it would be a whole thing for you to be able, because like you're having to step on people's feet the whole time.
Yeah, and every time I have to get up during a movie in a theater to pee, I get very paranoid that everyone else around me is mad at me. And every time I get up again to pee, because I have a small bladder, I don't know. I just like I have to pee several times throughout most movies, and every time I get up, it's more anxiety of like, fuck, everyone's looking at me and everyone's being like, again?
And they are looking at you.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. I do this. I go, and the whole theater goes, and looks to where I'm pointing in unison. And they see you going.
They stop the movie.
And you can hear, like, as soon as you leave, people go, they all look around at each other and go, God, can you believe this guy?
God,
this is like, what, the third time? Jesus, I'm trying to enjoy a movie here. You know, as the movie's still continuing, we're all, like, having a conversation, missing a part of the movie. But I feel that, you know, that's not blame on us. That's blame on you for distracting the whole theater.
It is.
For that,
and I feel bad about it. You know, especially like I'll clip if I'm wearing jeans and my keychain is clipped to my jeans, which apparently is people have made fun of me and called me a school janitor and a lesbian.
Well, in real life, in the real world, the biggest problem was your watch. That I remember one time, we've talked about it before. We were at the Galleria and you had to leave it on top of one of the pillars because you were
had to hide it outside.
So anxious about it, the alarm, because you didn't know how to turn it off. It would just go beep beep.
No, I'm wearing the same
beep,
watch
beep.
right now.
But now you know how. No, you figured it out, or it just
yeah, I figured it out. I had to like look it up, but it's this Casio watch, the classic F91W.
And no one stole it. Well, no one checked the top of a pillar.
Yeah.
And you're a very tall boy, so you could be pretty confident that a majority of the people walking by wouldn't be able to reach it.
Yeah, I had to stand on my tippy toes, and I was like, put it up there. And also, it's like an $18 watch, so you know, I don't think if someone finds it, then I'll be like, oh shit.
I don't know.
It is a cool watch. It's the Bin Laden watch.
And Bin Laden was very fashionable.
He was. I mean, there's that video of him singing Poker Face.
Yes.
And he's wearing heels, and he's got a pearl necklace on, and he's got hoop earrings. He's wearing some...
The eyeshadow he used, that deep purple.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
The like, what is it? It's a gradient, but it's like the fading he did on the color.
He contours amazing.
It's, okay, yes, that's the word.
And also, like, he's wearing, like, the Dior top, the Gucci belt.
I almost want to go check that video. Hey, do you want to go to ads and go watch that video?
Yeah, and maybe, you know, in the ad break, you know, just to kind of break up the monotony of ads, Luke can maybe just put the video of Osama bin Laden dancing to Lady Gaga, singing Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or just a clip from it.
Yeah, maybe,
Anyway.
you know, at least a 5-second clip.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go watch.
Can read mine, no you can't read my poker face. We know that our nation was founded by farmers. Farmers have always led the way. Are you surprised to hear that, farmers? I don't think so.
I'm home at last. I'm home at last.
Oh, you're
My
not.
crowns
You're sitting right
are
here.
cast. I'm alive.
What's that?
Some worship song
It's a worship song?
at this place called Lake ģʀᴏᴜᴇ that I used to go to with my youth group.
Wait. In South Carolina,
North or south?
Lake ģʀᴏᴜᴜ. You would go on like trips, like weekend trips?
Mm-hmm. Weekend trips, and there were a bunch of other youth
Did it have a
groups
big
that
lake?
would. Yes, and there were a bunch of other youth groups that went there. There was a volleyball court that you could walk around the lake. They had a little like sidewalk thing.
Yeah, wait,
There was a main house where they had the worship area with the stage, but that you also separated and went into separate workshops and stuff.
did it have like bunk bed sleeping quarters? Dude, I think I went there.
Hey, we might have been there at the same time at some point.
I remember there were other churches there. There was another church there, but they were like separated.
You'd stay in a house where, like, typically for us, it's like the adults and everyone stayed on the second floor, the communicative area, or like the living room, but the kitchen was middle, and then most people slept on the bunk bed stuff on the bottom floor, but there are a bunch of different houses that were rented out to youth groups, so there were different layouts, of course.
Yeah, mine didn't have a second floor, but that just sounds so familiar. And I remember it was like get together on Friday afternoon. We take a bus to this like camp that was like a couple hours away.
Stay for the weekend.
Yeah, it was fun, honestly. Like those, what were they called? Like
youth retreats, like youth
retreat. Yeah, that's what it was called. Those retreats were like genuinely, I know we goof on Christianity X, Y, and Z, because they're awful letters.
I had fun.
I have great memories. They were really fun. Are you looking for a vape to suck?
No, I was making sure this guy was all good.
No, I think he got twisted back. I think
he was like this, so he should be like this again, I believe. Right? Because I think
do you think when we clean the office,
and I thought we did this again.
We did that, but I don't know if
then he turns back around for the final little swoop, huh?
I don't know. We might have skipped facing towards.
We didn't draw people's attention to it, but I was trying to get him through a series of 5 episodes, get him to do a complete spin, and I'm making sure I think he did a complete spin.
It's all these Easter eggs that we don't draw attention to, even though we drew attention to this one.
Big brain.
There's lots of stuff though that you got to look closely to see. Like,
I mean, we mix stuff up all the time in the background. I mean, a lot of the stuff kind of stays, like the big stuff. But in terms of like the movies and the stuff that we give a spotlight to that's turned out, we kind of change up here and there.
You guys might notice.
We try to change, the decoration in the center table a little.
The fish tank is back.
Yes.
And it's filled with water. It's just not turned on because the fish tank was like, you can look throughout episodes. I would love for someone to go on Reddit or something and make like a GIF of like zoom in on the fish tank and show it throughout the episodes getting more and more drained and nasty. But we moved it out into the kitchen area for a while.
Been out there for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Or like a month.
So on Friday I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. And I was surprised at how nasty it can get without any fish at all. I had to clean all the rocks and like, dude, everything was covered in slime. Like the little castle and the plants, I had to fucking spray them with hot water and then.
Who are the boys you get to like clean up a fish tank? Who are the guys you buy for them? Like the little dudes. They're not hermit crabs that clean it. They're snails.
Oh, I thought you were talking about people.
No, they're little snails.
Yeah,
snails you get.
We could get a snail
Shark!
in there.
From Finding Nemo.
Okay. Let's cool it with the Finding Nemo references, okay? Stop.
And then he does a little. I know.
I told you to chill with those references to Finding Nemo.
Okay.
And you know why. We could get a snail for in there. It has a filter.
Would it live?
Yeah. I mean, it's the water is great.
Yeah, but doesn't it need fish to like poop and be dirty and shit?
Wait, that's a good point.
It's what is it called? We learned this in biology. A symbiotic relationship.
It could be a symbiotic relationship with us. You could just take a shit in there like once a month. Just shit in the fish tank.
I think that would kill it.
I don't think so.
I think taking a hot shit in there once a week would kill. Or maybe be like Squidward after it has its first bite of a Krabby Patty. It's
exactly.
Like, it's only had fish shit for its whole life. And what do fish eat? Fish food, which is just flakes of nothing.
What do I eat? Nothing but cookies and candy. So if I took a shit,
it might blow its mind. It might be like magic food to
fucking
it.
Feast, A feast of the ages.
Like if you were starving on an island, all of a sudden someone like out of the sky fell a table and then a plate and then a bunch of like fried chicken, mashed potatoes, a big old steak.
Cartoon style where it lands one at a time, like
a plate of salad and fruit.
And then like spaghetti, but the noodles fall, and then the sauce, and then the meatballs.
Then the meatballs go dum 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 dum.
And then the cheese goes.
Yes.
We're picturing. We have great imaginations, but basically that's what would happen for the snail. I think we should get a snail.
If you were to poop or take a crap in the fish tank.
That's a word that is just not used anymore.
I gotta go take a crap.
Crap. I was thinking about the word.
Fuck! I gotta go take a crap right now, dude.
I got a crap so bad. Crap. That was one that was like in my daily lexicon for a very long time, and now it's just
old news. You know what? You know what's in? Shit. I
Shit.
think shit's just back.
doo-doo.
Shit's always been here, baby.
Shit's never gone.
What the shit?
Oh, what the shit?
What the heck? What the shitty fuck?
We need to bring back crap.
Crap. There, I did it.
Like, because also YouTube, they're cracking down on swear words more.
I don't even know if you can say cracking because it's so close to the slur cracker.
Fuck.
The racial slur,
Make
cracker.
sure you bleep that.
Yeah,
No, because then it sounds like you're saying something very different. The racial slur.
Oh, I would love to say cracker, but I'm not allowed to.
Right. Cracker. We're talking about the food.
Can you believe some crackers got all pissy about that and actually got certain businesses to cave hate speech? Really?
You know,
Really?
I was called cracker once.
What a bunch of babies.
Seriously, a bunch of
You guys don't like it when we call you the N-word, so...
Dude,
It's
wait,
like-
that
it's like-
argument is ridiculous.
It's stupid, yes.
Equating cracker to the N-word?
Same thing. It hurts my feelings just as much.
What's the? Let's look at the historical context of the two words. Cracker. You know, it's been used for centuries to oppress us white folk and to keep us down.
Damn. And we didn't let it. You know, if you look at the course of American history, us whites didn't let the slur cracker bring us down.
In fact,
Sure, we might have owned all the businesses. We might have owned all the land, the banks.
all the money, all the power, but we reclaimed it.
Yep.
Cracker is ours, and it's here to stay.
Oh.
You know, back to the snail. We could get a snail, and we could do like a sweepstakes where the fans can submit names.
Snail steaks.
Sure.
Which
The SuperMega snail steaks.
might be really cute if you were to cook up a snail and create a little steak out of it.
Here's what we'll do.
Okay.
We'll get a snail, okay? The fans get to name the snail.
Reggie.
Actually, never mind. There's no contest. Reggie's a great name. We're
Right?
going to go with it.
Reggie the snail.
And I say people will be able to see him. Dude, you know what? If we did get a snail, like throughout the episode, people would be able to like time lapse it and see him like moving around the tank. And then fatten him up. And, 10, 20 episodes from now, make a snail steak. Try it on the podcast.
Remember that? I think it was a DreamWorks movie about the snails that race. Do you remember that animated movie that came out about the snails that race?
Yes, Turbo.
Did you see it?
It was called Turbo.
Did you see Turbo? Because I
No,
didn't.
I
I was
didn't.
too old for Turbo when it came out.
How did I remember the name like that?
I don't know. It must have connected with some neurons back when it was in its marketing era. Turbo. Did you see Bolt? Owen Wilson and
What the
Bolt?
fuck, dude? I was thinking of Bolt before you said that. Like,
another-
I
it's a-
associated these movies together.
That one's Disney.
It is. And I did see Bolt.
No Bolt Disney ride though. They'll have Guardians of the
No
Galaxy
Bolt
and
World?
Spider-Man, but no Bolt World.
No Turbo World?
Yeah, sorry, I said it as a slip up, but all of a sudden it got me thinking. I meant to say Bolt World, but I said Boat World. But also, why don't they have Boat World?
Why no Boat World?
Where's Boat World? Where's Disney's Boat World?
Disney.
Think about it. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Boat World.
That would be fucking awesome.
Just a bunch of boats, a bunch of different steamboats.
Steamboat. Well, they do have a steamboat.
Steamboat Willie.
They could move the steamboat to Boat World. You take it out of at Disneyland right now. Where is it? It's in like California Adventure.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. Get Boat World. Put it in Boat World.
Cruises can depart from Boat World.
Yeah, like to get on your Disney cruise, you go to Boat World, and then you go through Boat World and get on the cruise from there.
They always have a movie theater playing where the center focus is in some way a boat.
Mm-hmm. Like it's playing a boat movie.
Yeah,
movies about boats.
Yeah, or at least just a compilation of scenes where characters are using boats or characters are using other characters as boats, like Mowgli with Baloo in the Jungle Book.
Or like Swiss Army Man. He's
True. He's using I don't know if is that Disney
It's
owned?
not Disney. No. Well, Disney owns everything in one way or another. So.
If Swiss Army Man is on Hulu, then Disney owns it technically, I guess.
or
is it on
they have
Hulu?
licensing rights.
Call up our Hulu guy. Love him.
He's great, dude. Hulu Michael. I was trying to, in my brain, the gears were turning. I was trying to think of a name that rhymes with Hulu, and
You went with Michael?
I couldn't think of one, so I was like, Michael. Swiss Army Man. Watch Swiss Army Man streaming online. Hulu. I clicked the Hulu link.
Okay.
Yeah. It says, no. Okay, so
Oh.
it's Hulu, but you have to add Cinemax to your plan for $9.99 a month.
Oh, you mean Skinamax?
Yes. Nice.
Perverts over at Cinemax.
That's what they called it. And HBO was fucking...
It's for boobies.
Was
late at night.
Cinemax the other one back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
like the
they-
old late night channel where you could, it was like channel 1,000 something or whatever the fuck it was.
And it was static if you didn't. Like HBO, if you didn't have HBO and you went to the channels. Just
Yeah.
No, I was about to say a massive Sopranos spoiler. Good thing I didn't.
Okay, good.
About the finale. I was just about to casually
Oh,
mention
how it just
something.
ends? Or just another fast... Oh. How the show ends?
Yeah.
How the show just ends?
I was literally going to just, Sopranos ends. Just ends. The finale.
Yeah.
So I was...
All shows end.
Yep. I was going to bring up massive.
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the finale song, I don't
But
think.
it is in season 5,
Yes.
episode 8 of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, what's the song in the finale?
Sopranos?
No.
Don't Stop Believing?
No. I know that one.
Oh.
Even though I haven't seen the show, but Breaking Bad. What was
Baby
the
Blue
Baby
by
Blue.
Badfinger.
That's right.
My baby blue. It's a good song.
You see, like it's really cool. No, not to spoil Breaking Bad, and I'm trying to refrain from spoiling, but just one of the final shots is after Walter White lets out one of the fattest nuts, and the camera's panning out.
It's all over his pants.
And the song starts playing, and it just pans out until the sirens are coming because they were alerted that some man was masturbating, and
In public.
I can't get to that's getting into spoilers.
Yeah, that's spoiler territory.
But really good shot.
He's got the whole Hawaiian Island chain down his jeans. I stole that from Righteous Gemstones.
How dare
I
you.
didn't write that line.
Righteous Gemstones, I heard, is third season coming out soon, right? You
Fourth,
were
and it's
fourth.
the final.
Okay,
season.
fine. So they are ending.
They're
it.
ending it, yeah.
That's good, though.
They already finished filming it. It's coming out in March. I cannot wait, dude. I love You got to watch it, dude. It's filmed in South Carolina, and also with your Christian upbringing, you would
I'd
find
love
it
even
very
more.
funny.
Because I got to watch that, and I also have to watch The Curse, which you've recommended. I've kind of saved these to watch with you, like I've done with Nathan for you in the past.
Dude, if you
I've
want-
just always felt like I'll watch it eventually with Matt. Because
Dude,
you'll always be around.
We should start watching it at the office. It's like, hey, you want to watch an episode of The Curse? Take a little break?
What if it scares me and
It's not gonna scare you.
I'm too scared to go home because I watched The Curse because I'm too scared of being cursed?
You're not going to be cursed.
Does someone get cursed in the first episode?
Yes.
100%. I'm not going to be
They
able to
get
leave
cursed
this
though
office.
because of their own actions.
Well, what if I cut
Nathan
what if I
Fielder-
cut someone off to make it on an exit so I don't have to drive an extra 15 minutes home?
No, listen, Nathan Fielder,
Someone curses me from another car.
they can't do that. It's not how it works. He gives a little girl who's raising money outside of a grocery store, he gives her a $100 bill, but it's just for his TV show, and then he asks for it back after the cameras are off, and he takes it back. And she goes, "I curse you." She curses him. And he goes, huh. But then things start happening.
Like his penis falls off.
Well, you do. What I like about The Curse is it'll just cut to a new scene where Nathan Fielder is in the bathroom as the establishing shot, and it'll be him peeing, and it just starts on his penis peeing. It'll just start with his penis peeing, and then just pan up to his face.
Stunt double's penis.
I don't know.
I don't.
It could actually be his penis.
Isn't a whole
He has he has a micro penis in the show, so it's tiny.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they made it for the show or some shit.
It's just, I love that. It's so fucking funny because it really catches you off guard.
Who would have been able to call that Emma Stone would have just been one of the people where it's you see them advertised in a movie and it's oh, I'm definitely very interested in seeing what this is. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go see
Something Things.
Kinds of Kindness. Is that what it's called, right?
The one where she plays
The one with Jesse Plemons.
Oh,
and
no, no, it looks good.
No, but Pretty Thing.
I started it, but I
It's
didn't
really
get
good.
far.
I've only seen it once, and I really want to see it again.
I started it, but my girlfriend started crying, and you know what happens when women start crying.
It was Mark Ruffalo, because let me guess, she was scared that he'd turn into the Hulk, not knowing that that's just a completely different movie. It's Mark Ruffalo playing a different character. He's not going to turn into the Hulk, much less the Red Hulk, because that's Harrison Ford.
You put that Hulk shit in her head, and she cries every night. I'm so pissed at you for fucking introducing her to that idea.
Someone has to think about it. Like there are people up at night, in our military thinking about war strategy and all that shit. There has to be someone thinking about if the Hulk is unleashed on this God-given Earth, what the hell are we going to do as humanity to, one, stop it? Or I don't think we could stop it. What are we going to do to prevent at least some of the destruction? We're all about limiting the destruction that could be caused by a Hulk that were to be unleashed, regardless of red or green.
This is what President Trump thinks about as he lays awake in bed at night. He thinks about,
if only,
how could he stop it? I think the world will be a lot better place if that's what he used his mental energy for.
And for those of you typing in right now in the comments, for those of you making a yellow Hulk joke after that, stop. Okay, that's our president.
An orange Hulk. He's not yellow.
Oh, orange Hulk, whatever.
Yellow Hulk isn't real.
Well, yellow Hulk is the midway between green Hulk and red Hulk. I haven't seen it before. I'm going to look up yellow Hulk and see if it's canon. That's a new fear I haven't even really thought of.
I know you don't use social media, but that didn't stop me from adding you on Twitter recently. I don't know if you saw. Did you see when I added you on Twitter?
I didn't, because I don't really. Should I go check?
I could show you.
Oh shit!
What? Is there yellow Hulk? You fucking with me?
There is a yellow Hulk.
What?
Gender male, hair black, skin yellow.
What?
Yeah, from Earth TRN 843. The designation used in this article is unofficial. Hulk was among the many superheroes whom AIM outfitted with brainwashing devices. As Yellow Hulk, he became an enforcer of AIM's rule in Advanced Idea Manhattan. So there is a Yellow Hulk.
I don't like that.
Canonically, there's a Yellow Hulk.
I just added you because this was on my timeline.
Oh, dude, dude, I can't wait to go see Red Hulk. It's definitely not going to be just like a 5 to 10 minute sequence in the movie. No way. It's Red Hulk.
It's like when they advertise that like Bryan Cranston's gonna be in a movie and they put him in the trailer and shit. I mean, he's in it for like 2 minutes.
Godzilla 2016 be like
Red Dogs. I saw that movie because of Bryan Cranston.
Not because it's about the Tuskegee Airmen, right?
Well, that too.
It's Red Tail, isn't it?
Yes.
Red ones.
I said Red Dogs, I think.
Oh, yeah. Even worse.
What is it, Red Tails?
In your fucking head, it's spelled DAWGZ.
No, I never said that.
I'm not the racist. You're the racist.
Dude, you're the one that came up with Tuskegee Air Brothers.
The Tuskegee Air Brothers.
Okay, guys, that's enough.
Tuskegee is a cool word.
Tuskegee's a fucking awesome word.
Yes.
Tuskegee.
It's a cool noun.
Almost sounds Italian. Tuskegee. What? I shouldn't have brought up Italians. If you look on screen, there's a list of Italians. If you want to be Italian like these people, you can go to patreon.com/supermega.
Which, be careful, because once you go Italian, you never go back.
You do not. And
not in like the cool way. Though.
No. A lot of people wish they could go back, but sorry.
Legally not allowed to.
No.
Because that would be deceiving the American people. And there needs to be a registry, and it needs to be known whether you fornicated or you are an Italian.
I have not gone Italian. Neither has Ryan.
Nope.
We will never go Italian.
Unless we're talking about Olive Garden, because those unlimited breadsticks make me go crazy. We also have a show called Uncle Sleepover on our Patreon.
Very fun.
We talk over movies. If that sounds like something that you'd enjoy, maybe go check it out.
And a show, we got to Ask SuperMega, where you guys get to ask us questions. We got all sorts of fun stuff on our Patreon.
And sticky stickers.
Stickers. You get stickers in the mail every single month if you're a podcast producer, and you get your name in every new episode, like these names here. We didn't mention the most important thing. If you want more of this episode, on our Patreon, if you join, you will get the Super Mini Show, which
That's
is
right.
an extra scoop, an extra sloppy
Yep.
serving of
we'll
this
be
podcast.
recording that right after we end this episode, which, rumor has it Matt will do very soon. So keep in mind, if you want to hear more, you'll have to go over to the Patreon to listen to the mini
Bye.
episode.
Hey, you know what they say about glass houses? Shouldn't suck nuts in
Half
glass
full.
houses.
Yeah.
Half full. Dude, I was telling my GF this last night. How
Wow.
much I love your brain and your genius of when you don't know